What's up? What's up?
I think I did my buttons wrong on that. You're supposed to do the countdown, then you hit live, and then everybody can see the countdown. I was like, Where's Gen X? He's my technical support with StreamYard. He usually does that stuff.
Where's your?
He's having family time.
Yeah, he's having family time.
You're awesome. Ed McMahon. He's your Ed McMahon.
Yeah, he's my Ed McMahon when it's my show, and I'm his Ed McMahon when it's his show.
Right.
So we need to get him.
Everybody is Ed McMahon when you're on Tiny Show because he has a bunch of people up there.
Oh yeah, I try to anyway.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you gentlemen being here. It's awesome. I thank you for that. And
yes, sir. Thanks for the invite. You send us invites every week, and it's like sometimes I can make it, sometimes I can't. I was like, well, this might be my last one where I'm going to be coming up on people's shows for a while. So I wanted you to feel like the blessed one because when school kicks in, oh boy.
Well, I appreciate that. Well, that was the whole point. I invite people, and if they want to come on, great. If you don't, it's okay,
Mm-hmm.
So it's no worries at all,
And I especially like
if I get everybody on there, hey, let's max out StreamYard and see how far it goes.
I especially liked your topics today because I wanted to get my 2 cents in. But once you start, because I don't want to take over your show or nothing.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Hey, Bad Gateway, yo fan, can.
All right.
My man, can.
We got Mr. Tiny Numismatic joining us. Good evening, good sir. Thank you for joining us. And of course, we got Mr. K-Bar himself, guy who's been downrange, and I'm talking about his little ranch there in South Florida somewhere.
Amongst the trees with the big white dogs.
That's right, with the big white dog being chased after with a $20,000 drone.
And Bob
Explain that to me. Oh, and lots of cats. See, that's why I won't visit Gunny, because I'm not deathly allergic, but pretty allergic to cats.
You'll visit, but you're going to meet me down the road.
Yes. I'm going to be upwind of your house.
And take him fresh clothes so he don't have any cat fur on him that could blow off.
Yeah, I'll get my chemical suit on, all that stuff.
There you go. Hazmat.
Oh my God, I can remember putting that gas mask on. Because I'm sure you had to do it in boot, right, Gunny? Or had to go in the chamber and they put the little CS pellets in the thing, and then you had to. For you guys had to sing the Marine Corps anthem, right?
No, it's called. Okay, everybody thinks it's called the Marine Corps hymn. No, it's the Marines hymn.
Marines anthem, right?
No, Marines hymn.
The Marines hymn. Excuse me.
Yes.
No, my drill sergeants, they were funny. Because of my last name, they had my platoon sing "Wooly Bully" to make sure everybody breathed in the CS gas, and then we don our gas mask. So, yeah, I had a good time in boot camp. Anyway. Bad Gateway, thanks for joining us this evening. We have...
Yo, fan.
Thank you. Why do I pause?
I'm looking for Ozzy. My
must be.
service dog
and
loves
then Mr. Rock and Roll. The Rock and Roll himself, Mr. Can Collectible. Hey, Can, I believe I got your notice for your preview video for your auction tomorrow night, so please post that in the chat. And I got the man, the myth, the mystery, this crazy guy who's done a little bit of everything in the world, Mr. Andy Resnick. Good evening, good sir. Glad you are here. And we have the guy from Marion, North Carolina. I'm still not quite sure where that
North
is.
Carolina?
Wait. I know somebody from Marion, North Carolina. I can't remember his name, though.
I do know.
Is it Jack?
Come on, man.
I do know I like North Carolina barbecue.
Oh, yes.
That's good stuff.
I'll tell you what.
Tangy.
I lived up there. And North Carolina barbecue tends to use a bit more vinegar than most do. It is definitely very, very unique. I won't say it's my favorite, but I'm not saying I dislike it. It's barbecue. I mean, I like barbecue, period, But it's one of my favorites, yes. And it's just, again, when you get to travel all over the U.S. and stuff like that, the big thing I always do is barbecue and hamburgers. I got to try the local hamburgers. That's my thing.
Oh, for sure. Well, Bama, yeah, they got a barbecue sauce here. It's similar. I would say it's North Carolina barbecue sauce, but they made it thicker.
Right.
That's how it tastes to me. It's just
you got that Northern Alabama barbecue. Then you got that Southern, which is more Creole in a way.
Mm-hmm. They put the heat in
there.
there.
It's the thinner. Southern part of Alabama is that real thin sauce.
It's good stuff because I've eaten both in Northern and Southern Alabama. It's again different, and I love it.
Oh yeah, I love all barbecue. Korean barbecue. Oh.
I don't know how this happened.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping we didn't turn this into the barbecue hour with the DoN.
We can talk about food. It's all good.
No, don't do that to Tiny like that. You know, Tiny likes to eat, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, I like to eat too, but I need to cut back. I'm trying.
I am cutting back. I'm done.
Get him up. Go get him. Go get him. Attack cat. Go.
Go
get him.
I feel sneeze coming on.
Wear it out.
Go. But
so hey, Tiny. So how you doing? You feeling all right? Because was it Friday? You kind of had to. I guess you got things to do. I mean, your situation and everything with Zoe and stuff.
Yeah.
But we want to. I want to reach out. I'm sure we all do want to reach out. And, give you our love and support and everything.
I appreciate everybody that's reached out and everything. It's just, same old. Trying to figure stuff out to make stuff better. And when you have 8 or 9 lifelong conditions that'll never get better, it's kind of hard to just get it to where it's plateauing and staying steady instead of getting worse. And that's where we're at now.
Okay. Well, that's better when I remember hearing about last year when they weren't sure. So if you got her on a plateau, that sounds good from my point of view. I know being a parent, it's never going to be good enough until they figure everything out. But as a friend and knowing what she's been through, God, what I've been talking to you for 3 years now, it sounds a lot better than it was 3 years ago. No, I haven't known you 5 years.
Since J&B.
Yeah, but that was right after my dad died, and that's been 3 years.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah, and then, geez, 6 more days is going to be 2 years since Mom's been gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like when you cross that next decade, like Gunny and I have, seems like time kind of speeds up.
It does.
Well, I'm closer there now than I am to 40. So
are you on the? What are you at? 46 now? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Me and Belay. Well, we're basically it's like Van Halen. It's 5150. So. By the way, that was a good tour. I saw that one, 1986, Lakeland, Florida.
You bastard.
But hey, by the way, with Zoe, I remember when Zoe and Lala were at the Ronald McDonald House or whatever it was. I sent her a whole bunch of molding clay. Does she still got any left, or is she needing more?
Oh yeah, she's got some of it. She reuses a lot of it.
Okay, good.
She does single color things a lot. She doesn't like to mix them up.
Mm-hmm.
So she's still good.
Good deal. Good. As long as she's got plenty of that, because I know it was a lot, and it was well worth it, and I was happy to do it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Tiny is the same age as my son. Well, Andy is just old then.
Hey, look who's here.
No.
Wait. No. I got it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your Indiana Hoosier Stacker.
Wait. Jack Gallman, you're going to be 66. We were just with you in January down in Orlando, and I would have never guessed you were. No way, dude. Wow. Well, you keep going, sir. You're doing all right.
Well, you're 66. You need to go take your hot rod out and go on Route 66.
Well, I know I think he's going to come back down in January when we do the coin show again.
I will come hell or high water World War III. Yeah, I'll be there in Florida.
Hey, did you put your time in now? Because it seems like last year they just they told you nope.
Well, hopefully things will be better. Regretfully, I think if you all keep up with the news, there was another accident.
Yeah, I hope
Campbell.
that wasn't your crew.
Well, no, but it's it's one of the many platforms that I support. So
yeah,
I take it seriously, personally. Am I or my group or my customer directly involved? No, but
well, that's your program.
well, yeah, I support U.S. Army Aviation, everything that flies, and it's got an Army patch on it.
My brother, it's a bit of a soft spot for him. He tells me because he's a helicopter mechanic down there in Corpus Christi, Texas, and of course, any bird goes down, he's feeling the pain, and probably like you with the same. It's sad, but it
happened. It only happened like
what
little over 2 weeks after the one that crashed, here in North Alabama. So it's like
Andy saying
ouch.
They were a medevac crew.
As far as I know, yeah, they were.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
They were HH-60, so those are the Blackhawks configured for medevac, and it was during nighttime maneuvers, and that's all I know. I'm not, seriously, it's the information I know is out, it's public knowledge. Just thoughts and prayers to those families affected, and of course to all of our men and women in the armed forces currently serving, those veterans, and those that are on TDY, protecting the pearly gates of heaven. All right. Having said that, Silver Oceans. Hey, bro. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I need to send it's here. I'm glad you're here. You reminded me.
I wanted to add something to Can's auction. There's his link. I just put it in. It's his father's, I think, 84th birthday today, and all he wants y'all to do is throw a comment in there for his dad's birthday, just to let y'all know. He's 84 years young, and boy, is he a hoot. You have no idea what you're getting into when you meet him, Belay. Oh, my goodness.
Nice.
Good. Such a solid guy.
Is he in Florida, or is he going to be at the show next year?
When the coin show happens, that's when Mama Can and Papa Can come to their Florida home. And, of course, their son. Remember, their son is a Orlando PD. Yep. So, yeah, they came. Oh, and they were there late, too. We were telling them, hey, do you need us to give up a bed so you can sleep here? They're like, Papa Can's like, nope, driving home. It's like, all right, buddy. He's a tough cookie, man. Really, really sharp. So is Mama Can and all. Yeah, yes. Can.
What is it about Florida? Why is everybody Florida? There's a lot of channels on, stacking, coin collecting. A lot of people are in Florida.
Plumber Stacker, I've talked to him.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't want to pimp everybody's channels if you don't want, but there are quite a few that I know. 82 today. Yeah, in Florida. So, and it's cool. We met, dude, so many people came to that thing when we were there in January, and it's like, because the year before, I think there was like 6 or 8 of us in the room, and this time there was 30. So I'm like, oh, we like in Jaws, I keep saying it, we're going to need a bigger boat. So it's going to be fun.
Well, I think maybe next year or maybe we ought to rent a table. I think you were telling me that there was room. We could. I don't know how much it costs and all. Is it worth it? But you can only have like 2 or 3 people behind the table, and the rest of us are going to be on the outside. What are we going to be out there like the cheering crew? Come on over, hey, come on. It's well, who says against? No, the whole point of the table is not necessarily. I mean, if people want to bring stuff to swap, buy, trade, have our little coin tribe bazaar, hey, why not? Sure. I was just thinking more for logistics. Like if people want to have a place to hang out, they got a table, they can put some stuff down, and they got to go do whatever. The reason I got this idea isn't so much about the coin show. It's what my fraternity did in college, because there was part of the main cafeteria in the student center, and it was the fraternity area, and they had designated tables for each of the fraternities and sororities. And on the end of the table, they had like this box, with a lid on it. You open it up, it's got a like cork board and whatever, so you can post notes and flyers and whatever, and you could throw things in the box if you since we don't have lockers, you can throw it in there and close it and secure it and all that stuff. So it's just it's a meeting place, you know. So it's just an idea. We could talk about it more later. If not, no big deal. But I'm sure it's probably going to be expensive to have one.
So it is.
Yep,
so
real quick, got one more shout out here, and it is Stacking Investments. Good evening, penetrators.
Perfect.
That's an old joke.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I was going, perpetrators, John.
No,
Perpetrators.
I'm a perp.
Yeah, no, penetrator. You know, we're talking about this piece of tungsten. You know, it's like this big, this long, this big around. You know, punches through armor. The Ukrainians want a whole lot of those, and then that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, Gunny, you want to kick us off? You had a question.
No, one of your first topics was about the banking.
Oh yeah, I wanted to kind of hit the whole banking thing again.
Yeah.
Before I jump into that question, because I actually posted. I'm going to start posting like, you know, kind of like some bullets in the description, so people can kind of follow along. You know, I'm gonna start doing that too because it help people, you know, help us all interact and stuff like that. Because I want to talk about topics, but then after we're done with that, then we go back and talk about food, barbecue, or anything else. You know, and by the way, for everyone that's in the chat, if you would like to be up on panel, you don't have to show your face. You know, please contact me. Email addresses, you know, you guys can find it. I think it might be in the description. I don't know. But yeah, contact me. I'll put you on the email list. These guys are on it. A bunch of other people are on it. So if you want to come up. If you can't, it's okay. It's all good. I don't like doing a solo show personally, you know, so I appreciate having some folks on. But anyway, okay, so last week, the topic we're talking about these bank failures. You know, well, there was two. Well, I showed a website. It's the FDIC, and it listed the two that everybody knew about: the Silicon Valley Bank and Trust, and then there was one more. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But I found this one, and let me do some finagling here. I want to bring this screen up. All right, can everybody see this?
Absolutely.
This is. I probably need to bring it up big.
Oh, Mr. Don. No, not that one. I want to show you which one you do. Go back.
Go back.
That's too much Gunny on the screen. What are you doing?
Is that too much Gunny on the screen?
That's your good side. That's your good side. When it turned completely around. Completely around. Let's see the back of the head. That's the good side.
I can't. I don't have enough room.
There we go.
There we go.
It's always.
Well, no. I was look. Oh.
Am I still on screen? Oh, okay. Can you see the National Credit Union Administration website?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll stay like this. I need a third screen. Anyway.
No, I'll teach you.
Last time, I actually went to the FDIC website, and we again showed those two bank failures. Well, here, National Credit Union Association. Guess what? This shows the same thing. And then, if you want to scroll down here real quick, in 2023, we have these two credit unions that have failed, and I'm using air quotes when I say that. So it looks like this one here went into liquidation and it's closed, and this credit union looks like it went into conservationship, and I am not 100% sure if I understand that correctly. There it is, conservationship from time to time. Place credit unions in conservationship in order to resolve operational problems that could affect credit unions' salary and soundness. Okay, so it sounds like in essence they took it over.
It's somebody basically telling them what to do because we're in charge now.
Yeah.
That one looks like it's still active though. That Valwood Park Federal Credit Union.
Yeah. This information.
But there's three more down on the list that's closed.
Yeah, well, this is
in your neck of the woods there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but look at the dates on these. This is the end of the year of last year. That's not really that long ago. You know what I mean? I mean, look at this one.
Those are in West Virginia. Those two closed in West Virginia.
Yeah, you're back your neck of the woods.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I'm sure folks joke around about everybody talks about bank failures, and in a lot of comments I say, hey, I don't use a bank, I use a credit union. Well, credit unions are not immune to the problem either. So that's the whole point of me showing this. And let's go back to StreamYard.
Well, my big one is I always tell people, and this has been my thing, what I learned from my parents. I'm not, again, like everybody else says, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you by experience.
Oh, yeah. Real quick. We are not
is not a financial advisorship here in this channel. And by the way, Bad Gateway is right there with me. It is conservatorship, not conservatorship.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Remember, I majored in engineering, not English.
Amen. But I was always told, do not keep all your eggs in one basket. Every month, on the first of the month, when I get paid, I pull a certain amount of cash out and I lock it away. Okay. And it's not that I don't trust the banks, but there are things like this that could happen. Okay. I do have a credit union and I do have 2 banking accounts for 2 different banks. So I have three institutions I use. So I'm not keeping it all in one spot is what I've always learned. You know, it's not like, oh, you're hiding your money from your wife. No, I'm not. She knows everything that I got. It's one of those, you never know. Okay. And I see Jack doesn't trust them. There's a lot of people I know that don't. My brother, he will never use a debit card to make a purchase online. He goes to Walmart and gets one of those charge up credit cards.
Prepaid MasterCard.
Money on that once a month, and that's his spending money. You know what I mean? So
I never used a bank until I got married.
Right.
Well, no, actually, me and Lala were dating, and she put me on her bank account. That was the first bank account I was ever on.
I believe you. But
I use cash for everything.
Yep, and I get it, and that's why recently, I'm opening my eyes up because I had to lean on the DoN when I started this job, last year, because for personal reasons, and I trusted him. And what I've learned over the last year is there's a lot of people that say when they buy stuff, they don't spend their money. They spend the bank's money. And I'm going, what does that mean? Every month they spend like everything on a credit card. But not everybody can do this. But the thing about it is you got to make sure he says, I spend the bank's money and I pay the bill off every month. So he doesn't have to pay interest. You know what I mean? So it's one of those, I've gotten into that habit now. I'm in a position where I can finally do that, so that's also a good thing to do. People get a credit card, but have the discipline to pay it off every month.
Yep.
That's the hard part.
Because just because you got a $10,000 credit card doesn't mean go out and buy $10,000 worth of silver every day.
Yeah, or $20,000 drones and ATV vehicles and ancillary items like that.
Exactly. And I don't know who he's talking about right there, Tiny. You need to stop spending your money on drones and stuff.
What money?
But just in that last year, though, Don, I have learned a lot from you and a bunch of other friends, and I do give you. I mean, you really laid it on the line with me when I first got this because you were like, you said boom, and you need to do boom. I still haven't done the one you tell me, but that's going to happen this summer when the wife is not working because this was our last week off, and then we're really going to get into that part where we're going to have that. I don't know what you call it. Financial advisor. Yes, financial advisor. So that's coming this summer. And I want that because if I get this degree and then all of a sudden I go from here at work and then I go to here, I'm like, oh boy, I need help because I don't want to. Why put it in the bank? You're not going to make any money that way. I need to know what to do. And of course, you pay them and they're going to make sure you're not going over a certain limit. And then you have such and such put away. So you can retire and not have to be the door greeter at Walmart. I don't want to do that. And I hated how people have to do that in their 60s and 70s. But, if I'm in that position, then get out there and, listen to a financial advisor. What's the worst that can happen? I don't hire them. You know, I got to listen. That's it.
And shop around.
Yeah.
You know, you're in Florida, and I bet you they got a lot of people around because you got a lot of retirees and they need help, managing their retirement funds and stuff. Mm-hmm. So you probably got a lot of local advisors. You probably got regional ones, and then of course you probably have offices for the big giant ones like the one I use.
Ocala, there's one around every street corner, but it's like you don't want one of them little mom and pop ones. You want a situated one who's got a good reputation, and ask around. You gotta
ask around.
Yeah,
you got to do your due diligence. Shopping for a good financial advisor, same thing as shopping for a car or who got the best price on gold and silver. You got to do your due diligence, folks. You just can't go on autopilot and go, oh well, this person said no. It's, take something that this country needs. Take responsibility for yourself.
Yes. Wow. And here's a good one.
It's not my fault that something bad happened to you or you can't figure something out. You want to ask for my help or advice, that's one thing. But you're the one who not you two, but you, Miss and Mr. and other trinary designation Americans, yes. It is your responsibility to take care of yourself because it's up to you to establish your happiness in life. It's not guaranteed by law.
Job. Yeah, you were one of the top 3 people I called, and you of all people you weren't exactly, I wouldn't say you were rough on me in a good way because you were like, hey, look, you need to. Okay. And I know you rag on me about the 4-wheelers, but here's the thing. That was like the first big purchase I did with this job. And why was it? Because we don't have any car payments now. So I was like, all right, we need one because listen, we were toting this wagon around that property and that was not fun. Okay. And I'm like, I am not 25 years old anymore. So we went and got one. Now, not going to lie
to you. Times two.
The second one I got because me and the wife went for a ride and she was wrapped her arms around me, went for a ride. And I go, if I was her, I wouldn't want to do this. I want to drive. So the second one, yes, that was done. But let me tell you what, I cannot tell you how many times we are on opposite ends of the property with that thing doing work. And it was like, okay, it wasn't so bad. So, and yes, don't get me wrong. We do get to have some fun on them. Like me and my daughter, we went for a good hour ride yesterday, but they are very much a workhorse around this property because I've got a trailer for it and all that stuff. And we do a lot because we want to have some fun on this property. Not like my parents didn't, but we want to just kind of do something with
advantage of it. Yeah. Yes, and no. It serves as a tool to help you manage your property.
Yes.
And as many as acres you have, you need something like that.
Well, I will tell you this.
I just rag you because the second one is probably the first one you should have bought.
Everybody says that because it's 4-wheel drive. I'm like,
that's your workhorse right there.
Listen, our main intention that day, we went to the Subaru dealership because I was trying to tell my wife, you need to get you a vehicle. I love that woman and she's done so much for me. And I'm like, you need a new vehicle. But she went like this. I don't want to. And as we're leaving, the dealership of the 4-wheelers just happened to be right down the road. I go, hey, babe, can we stop there? So
you were looking for a payment that day and you found one.
Well, you know what? I honestly wanted her to get a new vehicle because I think she deserves it. But that's going to probably come next summer. But it's now when I tell Belay about getting this side-by-side, those Polaris side-by-sides, well, those things are about $16,000, $20,000. I want one. I don't need it. Okay. Could I afford it?
You can get one that's road legal and you can drive it back and forth to the store. Then it's dual purpose. It's a workhorse and it's transportation.
I work from home. I don't need it. It doesn't make. Here's the thing. When I tell my wife we buy stuff, it's got to make sense. And that thing just, I want it. It doesn't make sense right now. But
think about it and want it until it does make sense.
No, it won't happen. But
real quick, we got to do a commercial plug, ladies and gentlemen. HVAC Residential Basics for all your heating and air conditioning needs is your Is your AC blowing hot air, or is that your wife? Either way, you better hurry up and call HVAC Residential Basics at 188 Hot Air. That is 1888 Hot Air. HVAC Residential Basics. We fix air conditioners, not marriages.
Oh, were you going to give us the farming spot prices before we get any further?
I'm not set up for that.
just making sure.
Farming spot prices.
You should have emailed me or texted me and say, "Hey, we need to do the spot prices," because I had that whole thing set up, and I wanted a big crowd in here to see that.
Hey, one day it will happen. We'll keep doing this channel. We're going to help you grow. But the next one I wanted to talk about with the banking, which I'm still new to, I'm taking over this house for my parents. We're like this close with probate. But apparently when they did the line of credit on the house, it was a variable. Okay. So for the longest time, it was a whopping $260 a month, basically for the mortgage, right? But as of late, because of all these interest rates we hear in the news going up and up and up, that $200 rate now, the last payment I made, it was almost $800. So I was like, what? Because it's variable. It goes by the interest rates, which I remember way back when people were mentioning variable rates. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Well, now I see why. Okay. So I will tell you this. I'm not saying from experience, because I'm not the one that signed this loan, but
Hi, Aunt Laura.
From what I'm doing, don't ever get a variable loan, because it'll sound good at the beginning, but they will get you at the end. So get a fixed rate loan.
It's good. They're really good whenever interest rates were going down.
But they're only good if you can pay that thing off quick.
Right. They were getting them when the interest rates were down and they were steady. And now a variable rate absolutely makes no sense in today's economy. None whatsoever.
Yep. But that was my take on baking when I saw you do that, Mr. DoN. So that's what I wanted to just give my 2 cents on it. So.
No, it's all good. It's all good. And I wanted to show that National Credit Union site to just kind of reiterate it, as I joke, hey, I use credit union on a bank. Well, we're not immune either. Granted, credit unions, my understanding, credit unions are they don't pay shareholders. The profits that they make are supposed to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Like dividend or something that's paid back to account holders.
Right.
Like
if you have an account at a credit union, you're actually part owner of that credit union. Mm-hmm. You're not just a customer, you're part owner. That's why
to me that just sounds like a timeshare.
Kinda. But that's why you hear all these people, and this is going to go back into coins a little bit, tie the credit unions into coin collecting. People at credit unions can't get boxes of coins. All they got to do is go in there and say, okay, I'm not just a customer. I'm more important at a credit union, and it's your job to have circulating coinage. So why can't I get the coins?
Yeah, I see. That's the funny part. I do the coin boxes, right? I get $50 and quarters. I get them from my bank. My bank does not want them back, but my credit union wants them. I don't know if that's how they get their change. I don't know. But I always found that weird that a bank will give you whatever box you want. Don't bring them back. But my credit union will take whatever you got. I'm like, okay.
Because credit unions have a higher account status with the armored car companies.
I got you.
So they take their coinage back easier. And if you notice, like if you're ever around a bank and a credit union, like if you've got one in the same city you're in, you'll see an armored car truck at a credit union more than you'll see one at a bank. Where they go 2 or 3 times a week to a credit union, they only go once a week to a bank.
Well, but what I do like about my credit union ladies, I mean, I don't know if I'm not trying to sell anything here, Don, but she called me up and says, hey, I got a whole bunch of these dollar coins. And I'm thinking Ikes. Y'all know me. I like my Ikes. Well, it turned out they were a bag full of Susan B. Anthony's. I'm like, I'll take them look through them. I don't know what I'm looking for in Susan B. Anthony's. And I'm also telling you, I know there's people out there that might want them. And I would sell them like, look, it's $100. You send me $108.95. I'll mail them to you. It's like either that, they're going back to the bank maybe Tuesday, because tomorrow it ain't happening. But it's one of those.
I can't remember what the dates are, but you're looking for the wide rim and the narrow rim on the bottom.
No, Tiny. Rare. No, Tiny. You're looking for the narrow and the wide rim, not me.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking if you were wanting something to keep, you know what I mean? Like get you a set, get you a couple sets going there.
No, I mean, you guys might know. I don't get into the errors. I think Belay still has a box of quarters. He was supposed to be looking for those. You got rid of them?
Yeah, they're long gone.
Okay.
Yeah. No, the credit union said no. Just like what that guy said. I walked in, big box, and oh, thank you. Yeah, coin machine's right over there.
Yeah, but the funny part is, you go to a bank, you're like, I got Susan B. Anthony dollars. They're like, a what?
What is that? 6 months after the women's quarters come out, the third women's quarter was out. 6 months after the first release, I went into the bank, my local bank, and said, have you guys seen any of the women quarters? And they go, the women what quarters?
The who?
I said, do me a favor. See that little, the change rack that they got sitting over beside them? I said, do me a favor and pick those quarters up and set them on the thing. And I sat there and looked through, and I found like 3 or 4 Maya Angelou's. Right. I was like, that's Maya Angelou on that quarter. Oh, I know who she is. I was like, look, there she is. I said, there's women on the quarters now for the next 4 years.
Yeah, but it's funny that, I mean, hell, my brother told me he had one of the old $5 bills that we grew up with from the 80s or whatever, from whenever. He took it to a McDonald's, and that young kid there was like, yeah, that's counterfeit. I can't take that. Huh?
Yeah.
Even the manager wouldn't take it. The manager's like, no, I can't take that. And I think Silver Seeker did a video. He was driving around town with a $10 silver certificate, tried to get, and the manager was like, no, we can't take that. It was so funny.
Even on this silver certificate, it says legal tender or something, right? It's got the disclosure on there or something.
Yeah.
And you got to think that $10 silver certificate was from the 30s. He's a bit of a nut job to be giving that up, but it's not like it's a rare item. But these kids were like, I can't take that. I was, okay.
Well, why is it blue? It's not supposed to be blue. It's supposed to be green.
Johnny, remember I told you, it was about a couple of weeks ago, I took some of my buddies and we went to see the Huntsville Havoc ice hockey, our minor league team. Yes. The entire concourse where all the snacks and merchandise and all that jazz, all electronic payment, no cash. No cash.
Oh, wow.
You had to use plastic.
The Tampa Bay Rays do that at their arena, and I think, because I didn't bring cash with me when we went to the Lightning because we just used our cards, I don't recall ever seeing anybody pull out cash at the Tampa Bay Lightning either.
Well, that's the first I've seen that. I was just like, wow, it's all electronic now.
Oh, look what else is here.
Around Cincinnati, there's a lot of places that don't accept cash. Yeah. Right on the door when you walk in, a permanent sign, it says card only, credit only.
I just now noticed that. You said in Cincinnati. You're not back home yet, are you?
No, I'm in the Ronald McDonald House in Cincinnati, Ohio.
What?
I've been here since September.
Oh my God, dude.
Laura and Zoe have only been home 4 days since December 7th.
What?
December 7th?
What?
When you come up here? Mm-hmm. December 7th of 2021.
Wow.
They've been here over a year, 490 some days.
Well, I hope your house is still okay.
Yeah, my brother's taking care of it.
Okay.
Hey, let me catch up here in the chat real quick. And
holy fuck.
And before I start highlighting some of these, again, these are our opinions. We're not financial experts. Please do your due diligence. Okay. All right. So HVAC was asking about starting a 401k with what's going on in the economy. One, seek a financial advisor. That's the quick answer for that, because that is something, you know, that you have to figure out for yourself. I mean, I am not going. I'll recall this much, and we all know this: buy low, sell high. But no, please seek financial professionals for that kind of stuff. And Mr. Bad Gateway, here's the thing about what you're asking. There's a couple things I want to point out. One, with interest rates so high, and I'm posing this as a question to everybody, with interest rates as high as they are, why is it our basic savings and checking account, bank or credit union, doesn't matter, how come those rates aren't up? If they're charged, if the bank, if the Fed, if they get the ability to charge you, the consumer, more, you know, on interest rates, why am I, the customer at said bank or credit union, why am I not getting a more return on my money that you're loaning out at a higher interest rate?
Because they got to make that profit. That's the only thing I can think.
Isn't that
the only
unfair?
thing I can think is they want the profits up during a boom in the interest rates to make that money for whenever it goes down, and you're still getting that lower rate. It's going to pad them to keep them from going under.
And using the two bank failures for an example, right? They couldn't, you know, there was a run on the bank, right? And they didn't have enough funds to cover everybody. Well, wouldn't you as a business, as a bank, credit union, offer, hey, if you do direct deposit and you save your money with a minimum amount in your savings account, we're going to pay you 1% or 1% more than they got the other bank down the street, because I need more depositors so I could take that and then, you know, and then make mortgages and auto loans. And now, while interest rates are high, so I can make the money, and then therefore you can make the money. So why is our checking and savings account interest rate still less than 1/10 of 1/4 of 1%? 0.0000001%. Why? Why am I not benefiting? You know? But anyway, this is, and here's the other point. Exactly what Bad Gateway is showing right here. I have seen this trend that maybe banks or credit unions are finally figuring this out a little bit, that, you know, instead of your savings account, well, yeah, we need your cash, so we're going to give you a little bit more on these certificate deposits. And I've seen this trend, excuse me. The company that is my financial advisor, they offer mutual money market accounts and CDs, and that number right there, yeah, I've seen that percentage on a 4-month CD. Of course, you have to probably deposit a significant amount of money to get it. But my point is, yeah, I think maybe they're catching on. Maybe something's going on. I don't know. Again, I'm an engineer, not a financial analyst. I'm just expressing my opinion. But it is something to think about.
Here's the thing, too. What everybody told me, what's one of the soundest investments is property, because they can't make anymore. What's your take on that, Mr. DoN?
Well, real quick, hey, Polybuck, thanks for joining us. Yeah, Polybuck's the kind of guy, he works hard and he plays hard. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, he caught a fish this big, you know, not a Tonka, if you know what movie that's from.
He caught an actual wall hanger?
No, he caught a blackfin tuna. He posted it on his Instagram page. Oh boy, it was a beautiful fish. Nice. And I messaged him and I asked him, hey, did you cut a piece and ate that tuna, that sashimi style, right there on the boat? And then you know what he did? He went and posted a video of him and his buddies on that fishing boat, and sure enough, they cut a piece of tuna, and they're like, kind of that rite of passage.
Where's Polly at?
I don't know. Well, it was Florida. I guess he's on his way back home.
I thought so. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but my big thing with fishing, I probably couldn't do it now because I'm just not as strong as I used to be, but going out and catching a tarpon, I want to do that. So I haven't done it since I was like 10 years old. I want to catch a tarpon. They are the most majestic, beautiful creature that comes jumping out of the water next to a marlin, okay? They don't call them the Silver King for nothing, right?
Yeah.
You guys, well, you're in northern. See, I keep thinking Alabama means southern, like Greenbow, Alabama. No, you're up north. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, I'm on the northern. Yeah, you're thinking Mobile,
Right.
the Gulf Shores,
Talladega.
Yeah. You were talking about property a minute ago.
Yeah.
If you could get property while it's down, like back in 2000, end of 2007, 2008.
Oh, dear, dude. Yeah.
And you got into it, and now you're writing your own check.
But it depends on, it's all about location, though.
Well, if you can, like, if you're in a rural area, let's say like where I live, out in the boonies.
Yep, like me.
But you know that 2 years from now, they're going to redo the road because, they've said they're going to redo the road. Okay, better roads means more traffic, means more people, means more houses are going to come in. So if you have woodland acreage, not only can you sell the wood off of it, once the wood is gone, then you can sell the acreage for house plots.
Sure.
And whatever you put into it,
it depends on
triple to quadruple your money.
If it's zoned for that, you got to look at the zoning stuff too.
Oh yeah, well, any acreage, well, it goes by county, and the county, but a lot of stuff anymore, unless it's in like dairy or farmland or something like that, the zonage really doesn't matter because you can turn anything, you can turn plain plots into house plots really easy.
Yeah.
But now when you get into farming land and dairy land and stuff like that, like when I lived in Wisconsin, I tried to buy a piece of property and they're like, no, that's all dairy land. You can't build on that. You can't move anything in on that.
Let me give you an example. I live on 10 acres with a house. Okay.
Yep.
There are 2 10-acre lots, not in our square, I guess you could say. It's a 40-acre square. Somebody else owns a piece of land south of us, but the other 2 are not bought out. Okay. When my father passed, I think those properties were going for $53,000 for 10 acres. I'm looking on Zillow, which it's just kind of like Wikipedia. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
The 10-acre lots next door now, those 2 lots that were once $50,000 about 3 years ago, are now going for almost $100,000 each.
Yep.
Okay. So can you imagine in 3 years ago, if I'd have bought them?
Yep.
But the big thing on the property is it a buyer's market or is it a seller's market? Is the thing, because when
right
they're $100,000, like right now, I'm not going to buy that. I'm going to wait till it dips.
Yeah. Right now, it's a seller's market.
Correct. Now, here's the big thing, too, on the property. We just got told we have something here called a Turnpike Veterans Expressway. It's a toll road where you just get to go boot, scoop, boogie, go hauling down the road.
Yeah.
They're going to build an extension of it that's going to come pretty close to us. Now, I've talked to my wife. If that gets approved, we're talking it's going to take a year or 2 before it gets approved. If it gets approved and this property goes up to a certain value I have in my head, I will sell this property yesterday. But the problem is, where am I going to go with 3 dogs and 5 cats?
Yeah.
I have to factor that in. Now, do I want to deal with all that traffic? I mean, there's not going to be a lot of traffic per se in my area, but it's going to bring people to this area. Now the town's going to grow and the property is going to go up and stuff like that. It's like, before you sell the property, you got to know where you got to have your exit strategy first. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's the big one. Don't just sell it because the price is high, because you're going to, let's say I'm just going to make up a number. Let's say somebody gives me $10 million for this property, which will never happen. I want to go to so-and-so, North Carolina. Sure. You have $10 million. Well, that buys your property now. We still got to build a house. What does it cost to build a house as well?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't just sell it because the price goes up. You have to move. And then guess what? I have to store all my animals until I move. It's like, oh my God, the headache that just started.
The only way you
Gunny?
can get around that is if you buy somewhere with a place already, but enough room to build one as you're there.
Well, I learned all this from my wife, by the way, because don't trust me. This is not me. I'm giving my wife all the credit for this. It's not just me.
Smart man.
Well,
Amen.
owning
Listen
property,
to the
that's a difficult topic. Aside from we're not financial advisors, okay, so
Right.
legal mumbo jumbo. It's a difficult topic because it's very personal. It's very personable because your reason and his reason and mine we're totally different, and there's no one answer that fits. Not one size fit all, or even one size fit most. It's do you want to live more urban? Do you want to live in the suburbs? Do you want to live out in the county? I mean, what are your plans? Are you going to stay there short term and try to, for me, this is a starter home, and I am actually working on plans this year to sell this and move into a better home, a nicer looking home, a home with a significantly bigger backyard for the chief of security.
Oh, I was going to say the chief of security needs a place to go mark his territories.
Oh yeah, it's 0.7 acres.
Now, what do you have currently right now? Like a quarter lot?
He's got feet. He's got feet.
No. I'm not trying to creep him out, but he knows already talking about this. I've Googled where he lives. I mean, it's a neat place, but my problem is where he lives. There's too many people. Just saying.
It's too crowded because the space between, this wall behind me, that's where the next house is. It's literally maybe less than 15 feet between. So
when your neighbor
walls.
sneezes, you say, "Bless you, George."
Turn your TV down.
I mean, they pack us in here. Well, you got to consider for the greater Huntsville metro area, this place has been on the rise since I got here, and that was 2008. And home prices, even with what's going on this last year or two with interest rates and all the hubbub, the property values, oh my God, they've gone up. my loan or the mortgage people, I had to adjust my escrow account because the value of this went up. And when the value went up, that means the insurance went up. Oh, yeah. So
yeah.
Your replacement cost goes up. It's kind of a vicious cycle. So,
and then you can't go get that Star Wars coin you want. Nope. He goes, nope.
Don't get me started with that. Don't get me started with that.
Listen, Tiny, I don't know if you saw our channel. Me, Belay, and Speedy had a big month on the New Zealand Mint there a few weeks ago.
Oh no, I didn't see that. What happened?
Thank God this month is a rest month.
Well, I have to get one. The wife wants me to get one.
Which one? The Disney?
Her son is a big Power Rangers guy ever since he was a kid, and they got that 30th anniversary one, so I'm gonna get that for him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I hate to say it, between me, Belay, and me, the DoN, and Speedy. Oh my God, May is not going to be fun.
No,
pretty big coming up on May the 4th.
There you go. Well, see, my thing is, it's not just May the 4th. I think all it is one of those little flat ones they're doing, but they got this whole Mandalorian helmet series, and I'm thinking, I like the Faces of the Empire, but if they're going to do nothing but Mandalorian helmets, I what? Maybe.
No, they got a good thing going when they did the 2 Death Stars. I think they need to kind of keep going with that.
All right, you're gonna make me do it. You already know it, Don, but you're gonna make me do it. I have to show everybody. All right.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm gonna make you big.
All right. Hold on, guys. You all remember this coin?
Oh yeah.
I got this a couple years ago.
Is that graded
All right.
now?
I did.
Nice.
Here's the other side. Right. Okay. Here's my thing. New Zealand are known for doing plenty of PF70 coins, like constantly. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at the numbers, maybe 5% of them are not perfect 70s. Yeah, well, I'm one of those people that are not.
Oh.
I have still yet to get my perfect 70 coin. But I will tell you this. I leaned on Belay about these, and what I do like, I dig, they do some really thick holders with NGC. I've never done NGC before. This is my first one. Of course, Mr. X and Belay are like, hey, I know, geek alert. Thank you, Andy.
Your nerd is showing. Tuck it in.
But no. The thing is, those spaceship coins, when they do them on the New Zealand Mint, gone.
Oh yeah.
The Death Star ones, if they'd have done the 1 ouncers, they'd have been gone. But they were 3 ounce, and you go look up the price, and you'll see that me, Belay, and Speedy, we had to buy one of each.
And that's all.
And listen, what's funny is the three of us, we were chatting with each other. We were there when the coins dropped. We're like, where are the coins? Where are the coins? I mean, on the Facebook page, where are the coins? And about, what was it, like 10 minutes later? Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's like they did.
Flipping out. Here's the thing. They're still for sale, by the way. But it was just funny that
at the gateway.
We were talking about these coins for months that we wanted to get them. And we got them.
Gateway. Good night.
But it was so fun doing that night, even though it just drove us nuts. And I felt like I am such a nerd. Oh my God. So I didn't want a FOMO on those coins. You know what I'm saying? But
well, you and I built up, the anticipation for those too, because we didn't have those. We didn't have those coins before, right?
Well, I think I'm going to have to show Tiny now. Let me find them for you. I'll show Tiny.
But thankfully, Gunny followed my advice and made sure he made both purchases separate because of the import customs, because I'm brand into that. I was like, oh, that was a learning experience. But it wasn't that. It was like, how much was it, Gunny? Like $40? It was
like $40.
Yeah, it's not, it was, lesson learned. So if you are buying anything from overseas and, they're going to ship to the U.S., make sure the total doesn't exceed $600 or you will pay a import tax when U.S. Customs, when it arrives with U.S. Customs for them to inspect it and all that mumbo jumbo. So keep it under $600. In our case, we bought those 2 Death Stars, 2 separate purchases. There you go.
Oh, nice.
No, but wait, Tiny. This is from the first movie, right?
Yep.
Now, then they did this bad boy.
Oh, wow.
So it was fun. Oh, and here's the cool part. I got a number 8 when I got one for the wife from the New Zealand Mint on the Lord of the Rings. And Speedy got my favorite number. He got number 76, Belay. That was kind of funny. He's like, I'll send you the box, man. I'm like, no. It's cool. But I mean, I appreciate the offer. It was like, he got my favorite number. So it was just cool that I got a number. I mean, we got the wife's Lord of the Rings and we're like opening. I'm like, that's cool. That's number 8. That's pretty cool.
When NGC finished grading the Falcon, did they contact you, for anything?
Not at all. Remember how we had to put it in that big flip?
Yeah.
Listen, he and I were almost fighting that day. He's like, Gunny, you got it. I'm like, it doesn't fit. Then finally both of us went, oh. So what I did.
Now this is smart. So if folks, if you are going to submit coins for grading, Gunny found a great idea.
Where did I put them all?
Because I don't know. I haven't submitted coins to PCGS, but for NGC, the coins got to go into those little Mylar 2.5 by 2.5.
And I bought a whole pack of them that day.
Those things, yeah.
Yep.
They want you to put those in there, even if it's in the capsule. Put it in there. But that Falcon, there was no way it was going to fit in there, and that's what Gunny and I were going back and forth about. I was like, it has to go in a flip. It has to go in a flip. He's like,
Listen,
it won't fit. She said,
he was ready to drive to my
said.
house and smack the ever living doo-doo out of me. Okay, yeah. He was hot. Go back and watch my videos. By the way, please watch his videos. It really did help. But that's where I was stuck. This holder that the coin was in was this thick. And if you guys know what those flips are, they only open up about that much. Okay. Yeah. So what I got was a large currency holder.
Yep.
I stuffed it in that, put the piece of paper in that, fold it in half. And we were like,
perfect.
We're the smartest people ever at this moment.
Right here in this room. That's us.
Well, see, that's kind of what I was leading up to. I was curious to know if NGC, contacted you and said, was there an issue with that?
No, the only thing they ever did was when they called me because of what that picture we picked for the ASE, they said that's only for bulk submission. And I was like, as long as I get early release, that's all I care. Hey, why is he is typing in the chat and he's not here on the panel?
Who?
He's having family time.
Mr. X.
Oh, no, he's having quality time with the family.
Good. I'm glad he is.
So yeah, Mr. X, he's doing well.
It was just one of those. If it has to be in a flip because those instructions say it, get a large currency holder and fold that bad boy in half.
Problem solved.
It's a currency flip. So
there you go.
And it's what, like
and it is a coin, so it's currency.
They're not much more expensive than the coin flips, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, a pack of 10, pack of 20 is like what, a couple bucks,
They were like, I think I got 20 of them. I think they were like $12.
There you go. Well, these are the things you got to do if you want to get into the coin grading game. That's just the part of the expense.
Yeah, and I'm very excited. What did that take? Olay, what did that take? 3 weeks?
Oh, it took from the time from the night you and I were figuring that stuff out to that was
because I saw a video. Rob Finds Treasure. He submitted like 6 or 8 coins, and it took him 6-7 months before they came back.
It's funny how well, I think with you it's just one submission, one coin. So it kind of flew.
Yeah, well,
it did the Kessel run.
My first coin I ever submitted with PCGS was that V75 ASE, and it took about 3 months to get mine back. That was one coin. So now a friend of mine always told me, he's a local coin shop. I go, why do you use NGC? He goes, because they're in Sarasota. If I have a problem, I'm going to drive down there and have a face-to-face meeting with them. I was like, oh, okay. But it's not like the DoN or anybody else has that option. Hell, let's say Tiny's in Ohio. Where does he send it to? California or Florida? It's like, it's literally a flip a coin. Now, for the response time, NGC was brilliant. And they have some really cool labels if you want to pay the extra premium for it. They really do. And I was already talking to, I do it to Belay and Mr. X because I lean on Mr. X a lot for the numbers. It's like, do I buy this? Do I buy? He's like, okay, I'm not buying it. When he gives you don't buy it.
Here's another thing, and I will share this, and Mr. X will get on my case later. If you see him in an auction, doesn't matter.
Get out. Get out.
No. And they do like a bin, and it's something that sparks your interest, but you're on the fence. If he says bin,
get it.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
That's how my trust in Mr. X. Yeah, because him and I, there's a certain channel that we support. It's on Tuesday nights, and it's kind of related. He uses this theme, and him and I, we text while the auction's going on.
Oh, sure.
But if he goes, silent running because something came up, I'm thinking my hands are on the keyboard, and if I see him type bin, I'm right there, BIN, right behind him.
Amen.
So but that's the thing with everybody knows Gen X and I, we've become really good friends, over the last 2 years now. So I trust him with my life, and he's a really great man. And him being in Florida is one of the best things that's happened to him, in recent times, because of his back and the condition he has. I mean, it's just he's a new man. I mean, this guy's going out playing golf and cribbage, and he's hanging out, going to I don't know if he went to the beach, but
the time where he was really dehydrated, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah. So hydrate. Anyway, hey, real quick, Tiny, stand by.
Kiddo man. Good evening, man.
Amen. Kiddo man.
I like that. Queued it up like a studio session. Oh,
Gypsy
hey,
Wolves,
this
good to
is for
see
you.
ya.
This is here you go, Gunny. Go ahead, say something.
Gypsy. Oh, that's a chick right there. Gypsy Wolves. That's a chick.
Yeah, that's a chick.
No, you can't say chick. He's a non-designated trinary, infinite, indeterminate series.
The dude with the attitude, Gypsy Wolves.
They, them, it.
I love Gypsy. No, let's not do that.
I used to do that all the time on J&B.
I think y'all know.
I used to do that all the time on J&B.
Just saying.
Guys,
He's on break.
He's
on break.
Guys would be
I'm
hitting
off
on
today.
him, and I'd be like, Gypsy Wolves is a dude.
Gypsy's he's my Semper Fi brother, man. I'm just saying.
He's a good guy.
Tiny, what's the song? Diane, dude is not a lady.
You know what's funny? I went to that concert, Permanent Vacation, 1988.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're old, Kenny.
Oh my God.
We know.
You and me both, brother.
You were at the original concert. We know.
And he still has the t-shirt. He just can't fit in it anymore. Boom.
Yeah. There's like what, 5
They
sizes?
never had a t-shirt big enough for me to fit when I went to the concerts anyway. So if I wanted a concert t-shirt, I had to get one custom made.
Nah, come on.
Hey,
Not the
Gypsy.
2X? Huh?
Oh,
Dude,
Chinese.
this is a 6X.
Oh, geez.
Hey,
You're a
Gypsy,
small
how you
guy,
doing,
huh?
man?
Oh, Tiny, are you telling me in order to get you a Coin Tribe t-shirt, I have to go order a 6X?
Yes, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just going to have to go do that.
I think that's what he's saying.
That's awesome.
I think you should have
Thank you.
bigger sizes available anyway. We never know who
Nobody
what
likes you.
size.
We're not gonna go with your extra big head shirts.
What?
What?
I got a small head.
What size covers did you wear?
Never mind.
Huh?
What size covers did you wear?
Oh, geez. I don't know. I'd have to look at my old covers.
Your cami covers. You don't remember?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll have to tell
Or
everybody.
small, probably. It's cami covers. I probably wear small.
Mine were extra larges. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, you got a huge head.
I got what they
That's
call
not
that.
what she said.
You got a huge head. It's like an orange on a toothpick.
Gen X, you wear an 8.5? There ain't no way his head is that big.
Hey, Tiny, have you ever seen those? I can't remember. I'm asking you because it's a series of truck stops, and they're not here in the South, and I only remember seeing them in kind of that part of the country, West Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, kind of that area. But they sell the Big Johnson series of T-shirts.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Was it like Loves or one of those?
I can't
It's
remember
something
the
like
name.
that.
The
Flying
truck
J
stop.
or something like that.
Flying J,
Yeah.
probably. Flying J or
Flying
Loves.
J or TA Truck Stop.
Yeah, something like that. And they
Yeah.
had those T-shirts, you know, the Big Johnson RV Park, or
Yep.
pull in your trailer if you need a Big Johnson water hookup.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know,
yeah.
it's funny. I know people are doing this whole pronoun thing in the chat right now. If you ask me and Gypsy, we've answered to everything. So
That's true.
let it go. Just let it go.
That's true. Marines don't care.
Works for me.
I really
works for
don't.
me.
Somebody goes, people have called me so many different names. I'm like, I don't care. Sorry, Bob.
Yeah. It's
I
hard to
look
get
like
into all that.
a human cartoon or a half-shaved Sasquatch. So I'll answer that.
Oh, dear God. Oh, I want to go get it, but I'm going to save it for Thursday. So I want everybody to make sure you subscribe to the Coin Tribe channel. I have to do that. Sorry, Don.
Why? What's going on today?
Cool.
We went to the county fair and we had a caricature picture drawing of me and the wife. So I'm going to show that.
You got a link?
I
You
bet
mean
that.
kind of like that one?
Bro, see, that's what made me think about it, Tiny. But here's the thing. Yeah, they accentuated my big forehead. That's all I'm going to say.
Is Thursday's already set up, Gunny? Do you have a link?
Yeah.
No, not yet. Not yet. Like I said, do the Coin Tribe there, Gypsy. You're pretty good at the link thing. I'm not.
Want me to put the Coin Tribe in?
Yeah.
I can't from here.
Well, then I'll just have to figure it out.
If I was on my computer, I would be able to, but I'm on my phone and everything.
Oh,
I'm mobile right now.
10X got it.
We're about to go out to dinner soon, so.
So, by the way, if you don't mind taking over the Don's channel, because we just do things like that, but how's your young lady doing?
She's fine. She's here. She just went to a fashion show and bought a bunch of clothes, so I guess she's okay. I'm like, I thought you were on a budget, but she bought one item, and then she can't just buy one item, so she bought this cowboy hat and this cowboy boots. I'm like, I thought you didn't like country. Why are you buying all this country stuff? So I don't like country, so I turned on some Jason Aldean and some Chris Stapleton. He didn't like that.
Stacking investments, please highlight that. I have said that before, and that's from the movie The Fifth Element. He goes, what are you? I am a meat popsicle. I have said that forever lately. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, but anyway, so she's doing good. She's pushing herself, which isn't good, but all her clients are like asking her to come back to work, and they trying to do other things on their own, and they can't do it. So they're like, you come do my stuff. Huh?
They know how good your woman is.
She is, and they've even said that. They've tried someone else. They tried to do the color. It just didn't work. So they're like, can we get the formula? When are you coming back? When are you doing this? So she's trying to slowly get back into it, but I just don't want to be pushed and then doing further damage.
Well, that's good stuff. Awesome.
Yeah, it's positive. So
it is.
Yes,
almost as positive as that gray beard.
Underrated.
That gray hair.
Awesome movie.
I'm a grand dude, remember? I just had my third grandkid.
Well, listen, I don't know if Belay knows this. Did you see the name of his newest grandson?
No.
Can I say it? Or
yeah,
go ahead.
Absolutely. Anakin.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So listen, I want to know, is it the daughter, or is it your daughter or your son?
That is awesome.
It's my daughter.
Okay, is your daughter or is your son-in-law the Star Wars nerd?
They're both little Star Wars nerds, I guess.
Oh my God.
I mean, he probably more than her, I'd say. But yeah, they were looking for A names anyways.
Well, then don't let them watch our channels when me and the Don and Speedy go off buying all these Star Wars coins that nobody can afford.
Yeah. Well,
listen,
their first kid is
I'm broke from buying them coins. I'm like, I'm done.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I'm glad April's a off month for us. Oh,
bro.
But my first grandson's name is Aiden, and then the daughter's name is Aria, and then so they're staying with A's, I think.
My granddaughter's name is Ariana, and my grandson's name is Ulrich, and then
Nice.
we got baby
like that
Feifei.
name.
Everybody knows baby
Yeah.
Feifei.
That's like we got Zach and Zoe. Stay with
Or-
disease.
Which, you know, I got to brag. The newest pictures of her. You don't have to blow me up, Don. You don't have to. But she's just looking like
Oh!
no, but somebody went, "Oh my God, you took my food from me."
Oh my
wow.
God! Is that how much that Star Wars coin cost?
Right.
Oh my God, Grandpa, you're that old? What?
But what's funny, I know, you know, Taylor's working his butt off, and it was Grandma Colleen's idea that we'll, you know, God, I wish, you know, we had this, but they weren't as expensive back then. But Colleen basically told my son and daughter-in-law that we'll pay for the diapers. And the most of the time when I hear from my son, he'll call me, "Hey, Dad, how you doing? Need diapers, don't you?"
Diaper time.
Diapers are for me. Well, yeah.
Oh, well,
Diaper time.
we help out, but it's one of those. I've been there, but in this economy, everything is so expensive.
Well, tell them to go to cloth.
It used to be when she was a baby,
Yeah.
about every 6 weeks. Now he calls me about every 3, and I'm going, "Hey, stop feeding that kid. This is costing me money."
Yeah.
Right.
So, no, but I mean, I mean, we are both glad to help. But and he called me today. We had a good talk today. You guys have seen my son on the stream. Love the guy. Love talking to him. But it was just one of those. That time, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my God. And then I go on to Amazon. Amazon's first thing goes, "It's about time you ordered these." But the grandbaby's getting big, and they're going to be moving closer because they're about an hour away, and now they're coming back to being a little bit closer. So yay!
Nice.
Very nice.
Happy Grandpa.
Oh, amen.
You know, with all that property you have, Gunny, I don't know what the county rules or regulations are. Why don't you start a chicken coop? It's cheaper to buy the chicken than it is to go buy the eggs.
You need to stop talking because my wife can hear you.
Ah,
She wants chickens. He does not.
build a chicken coop.
Well,
Yeah.
She's always been the smarter one, hasn't she?
The thing about it is, if you build it, they will come. You know what that means? All those animals you don't want around here.
Yeah, that's true. You might get wolves.
No, we have coyotes, and we have foxes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you don't need chickens.
No,
You'll have murder scenes everywhere.
everywhere, buddy.
Peter would come knocking on the door. You can't do that, man.
What are you doing to these chickens?
Because trust me, everybody, I don't know if everybody remembers, I go through some eggs. I love me some eggs, like a lot.
Egg sandwich every morning.
Pretty much.
Hard-boiled egg sandwich.
Deviled eggs.
Chad Wolfenschlager
Deviled
Stena
eggs.
Hassenberger Good morning.
Hey, you got
Good
it.
evening. Oh, dude, I've been saying that forever.
Well, I was going to try it with a German accent, but my German accent sounds more Russian than it does German. But Mr. Resnick can pull it off perfectly. That man speaks Lithuanian. He speaks Romanian. He speaks Polish. He speaks Latvian. He speaks Croatian. He speaks German, French. He also speaks Klingon, and he has a very strong accent when he speaks Vulcan. So
Can he do Dothrakian?
I don't know. Ask him.
That's right.
All right, guys. I'm getting the nudge. We got to go to dinner. So good seeing you, Tiny. Good talking to you guys.
Thanks.
See you around.
See.
Feed the good wolf. Out.
Oh, wow. That was awesome. Nice little StreamYard bomb by the Mr. Gypsy Wolves. Veteran of the Marine Corps, we appreciate your service to our nation, good sir.
Absolutely.
But hey, we're reaching. Well, I'm always Central Time, so always got so we're almost coming up on, what is it, 10 o'clock Eastern. So I think we're going to call it. I can keep going, but the thing, it's a school night, and somebody there is definitely starting school tomorrow, right? Is that right?
I'm ready for it, buddy.
What's your first class?
Let me give you. Hold on. Let me give. I'm starting with 2 because they rearranged my schedule.
Okay.
Where did it go? I'll log in and tell you to my student portal.
Yeah, I got to contact UAH and get whatever it is.
Have a good night, Mr. Resnick.
Because it took, because when the bug hit, I didn't go back. I stopped literally when the semester ended. That the next when the very start of that year, it's when the bug hit, so school stopped. So I haven't been back to the school, so I'm an inactive student. So I got to get reactivated to start going back to take classes. So,
all right,
but that, my
you
first
ready
class
for my
will be
first
till
two
this
classes?
fall. What do you got?
It is Principles of Cybersecurity in Cryptography and Traffic Analysis.
Cryptography, traffic analysis.
Hey, Gunny,
That's
I know
this is a fun class.
I know you love Florida, and I know that you love everything down there. But if you want to make big bucks, come to Huntsville.
No, can I tell you this?
You get that degree, you move here. Oh,
No. Do you pay state wage tax?
State income tax on
Yes.
But once you
Okay,
retire,
I don't pay that here in Florida.
Yeah, but once you retire, there's no income tax on your retirement.
Well,
there's no state income retirement.
Okay, well, if you can find me 10 acres, because I need that.
This is Alabama.
Gotta have a place.
There's plenty of 10 acres.
He's like 10. I thought you wanted 100.
Exactly.
No, but I'd like to hang out with the 3 of us in the green room before we all call it a night, just before we go to bed.
Yeah. Hey, let's great show. I appreciate you gentlemen for being here. As always, this show is all about fostering friendship and fellowship through our coin and stacking community. And who wants to lead off with our outro?
I'll go ahead. It's great seeing everybody. Thank you for coming and helping the DoN out. Needs that watch hours time. Needs more subscribers. He needs to put out more content. But I love each and every one of you, and I hope this finds you guys safe and healthy. And you guys don't forget to check that pocket change, because you never know what you got in your pocket. I'll tell you what.
What a guy.
Yes, I need to make more content.
Well, you and I were working on an idea, and I was more than willing to do it. But now that I'm going to college, I don't know if I'm going to have time for it. Anyway, I'll end this with, I just put up Can's link. Please make sure you check out he's my partner in crime, just like Gen X is with the DoN. He's got his auction tomorrow. The Coin Tribe is on Thursday. Thank you so much, DoN, for having me up here. It's always a blast. It's a great time. And hey, if you ain't having fun, you're doing something wrong. Talk to y'all later.
Awesome, folks. Hey, thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging in. We had a good show. It was very entertaining, very informative. Please do your due diligence. Thanks to all my mods in the chat. And with that, and I haven't said it in a while, or did I say it last week? Either way, make sure you open up and read your thermodynamics book, because I want each of you to transform your energy into a force for good.